Hello, welcome to devlog number 5. So on this devlog, I wanted to talk about some of the long progress that's been. So here on the dungeon rooms now, there's these like little squares that like light up that you see there. So those are like little wasp energy combs, and so they give the wasp energy. It brings the entire dungeon to life. What it does for the player is it creates something where it puts you into tight spaces. It doesn't give you all of this space to make it really easy to just go in there and kill these things. It makes it a little harder. Despite that, a little gung-ho exploration is going to yield some pretty sweet rewards, especially early on in the dungeon. You see here the standard shot that the player starts with, the spark shot. It's good, but it's not very strong. I mean, look how many times I'm having to shoot this player, like 9 times, just to be able to destroy them and move on. So you want to find the dungeon weapon, which you just got to explore to find it, and you want to get it as soon as possible. So for example, that little orange thing you see there, you destroy those statues and you get like a little tip. A little text box pops up giving you a tip for this room that you see me shooting into. So I started shooting into this room because just going in there and then worrying about the enemies, certain death. So here I run in, I immediately get the fire shot, and I start shooting the hell out of it. And you just see the wasps go down much faster. And like you see, my health is 75. As soon as I get hit, 10 health there. So you can drop like flies here. You can drop in seconds. I know I did. Like 3-4 seconds, I was already dead. Especially if they all corner you, there's no way to get out of that corner. And they just literally sting you to death. It's like a horrible, horrible end for our little hero, Sparky. So here, he goes ahead and clears it up. And you see here shooting the fire shot at the same wasps is taking them out much faster, like 3 shots, you know? That's going to help for the boss. There are no shortcuts to success, and I have found that out the hard way. So originally, when I made the boss, there was nothing on the sides, so you were able to literally just walk up to her, to the side of her, and just shoot without fear of ever being hit. So I was like, okay, well, what if I added like some nests to the side so when you try to, approach that area, you get killed? And that's what you just saw. Certain death very, very quickly. So what you want to do instead is find the dungeon weapon. In this case, in the wasp dungeon, it's the fire shot. And so the fire shot is gonna be able to burn the queen, whereas the spark shot doesn't really do anything. I mean, she's got like 400 health with an attack that does like 5 if your health is high, or if you have low health, it's only going to be like 2. That's brutal. You're talking at least 80 shots, maybe 200 shots just to get through that. So instead, that fire shot becomes crucial. Now, I'd love to see someone take out the nests because they have like 4,000 health each, so it's not a viable strategy. But I would not be shocked to be able to see somebody pull that off, but I was not able to. So in this boss fight, you see the nests are right there. I don't even bother trying to walk up to them because all it's gonna do is release more enemies onto the battlefield, and it just survival becomes difficult. When these enemies are out there, it provides health. So if you can bait one out and get out quick enough, you now have a random enemy that you can shoot and pick up 5 health. I was not good enough to pull that off and make it count for those 5 health. I mean, you see me here trying to outrun the stinger shots, and I'm losing there. So you see the shots in the middle aren't always well aligned. That's done on purpose. That's so that you can't literally just go to the same square and be safe out of harm's way all the time. Every now and then, that square will get you hit, like you saw there. Sometimes the shot deviates a little more outside on the left, a little bit outside on the right, and that's it. Now, when she's in her second form, the stinger turns into a scythe and swipes around like what you just saw right there. So keeping your distance is good, but as soon as you see that scythe start to glow, or you better start moving up. because otherwise the next sign that stinger's about, that scythe is about to be swiped down, is gonna be the way the queen moves. So you see, when she's shooting, she moves like in an up and down kind of style. Now the problem is when she starts moving in a circular pattern, and you'll see that the next time that she does that same swipe attack, you see right there, boom, you know it's coming. So as soon as you see that, you need to move up. And now the queen cannot be damaged when she's attacking or when she's already hurt. So while she's doing that scythe attack, she can't be hit. The goal is that you can move up fast enough and then start shooting. Now, shooting your shot at the scythe doesn't prevent it from hitting the queen. Shots will still get through. Not all of them. Not all of them. So the best thing to do is catch the queen as she's moving side to side away from the scythe, which is, sometimes why you see me trying to shoot shots towards the outside. So finally, I destroyed the queen, which took me forever just to get her working, because the state machine wasn't working at all. The doors would not be destroyed when you would destroy the queen, and what I found, it was because there's entire code not running at all. So here at the end of the dungeon, you get a reward. In this case, it's the dash. So I've cleaned up the dash quite a bit. I have a few things I might keep adding to it. But that's it for devlog number 5. So thank you to everyone that's been keeping up, that's been asking about when's the next one coming. I do appreciate it. Literally, I've probably had to redo the boss several times, and this last time I redid all the code. I redid the entire state machine, and all I kept was the animations. And I tweaked those up as well, so they had like a better timing. So it took a while to get it to work, but finally now it works. So the next step, devlog number 6, is gonna be, I'm adding a couple extra items. There's gonna be some like light torches there that you can break, and so these torches are gonna function as sort of destructible little roadblocks. So you might be in a room where there's such a limited path that it's obvious you're going to be stung to death. So what you want to do is destroy some of those statues and make your own path in that room. The next thing is going to be certain rooms will be locked by elemental door locks. And so these door locks, elemental, it requires a certain element to be able to open them. Either spark, fire, or your ice shot are going to help here. And so for the wasp dungeon, it's going to be fire shots. So there's going to be rooms that are going to be locked with the fire elemental lock, which means you got to find the fire shot first to explore those rooms. And finally, going to be adding music and sound effects, which is what this is sorely needing. So I got to start working on that. So the next glimpses and previews I'll be showing will be clips of the light torches, the fire elemental door locks in action, and more importantly, these sound effects. So sound effects will be like Sparky's effects, like when he dashes, when he shoots, when he does his capacitance move, which is the little yellow orb that pops out. That's what enables you to pick up the little yellow straight currents that enemies leave behind, and you can convert that to health. So a sound for that, a sound for when Sparky gets hurt, and for enemies, pretty much just something they get to roar out, or some kind of sound they make when they're attacking, and a sound that they make when they're being damaged. And then from there is just like environmental sounds. Like I thought maybe those little squares that you see would have their own sound, something like vroom, 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 kind of like electrifying the dungeon. And I'm still finding a way how to use that, in some way. So that's everything. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for staying tuned. You can catch me on Twitter at Tertiary Map, or you can drop a comment here on this video. Either way, I will check it out. I will respond. Thank you so much. Have a good one and stay safe, everyone. Bye.